The greatest athletes to ever live are usually fortunate in the fact that they manage to stay healthy throughout their careers. However, some athletes suffered devastating injuries that either ruined or changed their careers. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we will take a look at sports injuries that made us wonder what if. Number 15. Kevin Garnett's knee strain. Boston defeated longtime rivals the Los Angeles Lakers in the 2008 NBA Finals to win a championship. Enough signs pointed to a potential repeat in 2009, but that didn't happen. Garnett suffered a right knee strain later in the season. He was shut down for the playoffs as the Orlando Magic ousted the Big Two in 7 games during the Eastern semifinals. Boston never won another title in this era. Now they could have done more if he was healthy. Number 14. Derek Jeter's ankle fracture. Jeter's Yankees faced the Detroit Tigers in the ALDS. In Game 1, Jeter fractured his left ankle while tracking a ground ball. His Yankees would get swept. He'd return for part of 2013 and the rest of 2014. Sadly, his Yankees never saw the playoffs again in this number 2 era. They could have won that series if he had stayed healthy, but a new era had already begun after that injury took place. Number 13. Tom Brady's torn ACL. The 2008 New England Patriots brought intrigue into the league like no other. Everyone remembers their 2007 season, where they nearly went 19-0. Going into 2008, the core players were in place for them to make another championship run. However, Brady tore his ACL in Week 1 and missed the season. Though the Patriots stayed dangerous after that, what if the Pats broke more records and maybe even added another title? Number 12. Dwayne Roloson'S MCL sprain. The 2006 Edmonton Oilers were a major surprise, going all the way to the Stanley Cup final against the Carolina Hurricanes. The Oilers were carried by veteran goalie Dwayne Roloson. In Game 1 of the finals, Roloson suffered an MCL sprain during a collision. He would miss the Stanley Cup Finals, and backup Jesse Markkanen failed to duplicate his success. Edmonton lost in 7 games. Number 11. Derrick Rose's knee injuries. The 2011 NBA MVP appeared to be destined for great things. A 22-year-old was surely going to lead the Chicago Bulls to greatness for the long term. Nope. Rose has battled major knee injuries, including a torn ACL. He's missed more games than he's played in the last 3 seasons and was traded to the New York Knicks in 2016. We've never seen him reach his prime again, and he probably never will. Number 10. Neymar's fractured vertebrae. The pressure was on Brazil to win the 2014 World Cup as the host country. In the quarterfinals, Neymar, the team's top star, fractured a vertebra and missed the remainder of the World Cup. We all remember the rest. Germany humiliated an uninspired Brazilian squad 7-1 en route to a World Cup title in the semifinals. Number 9. Sterling Sharpe's neck injury. While everybody remembers his brother Shannon as one of the most dominant NFL stars of the 90s, there could have been trouble in the Sharpe family. In 7 seasons with the Green Bay Packers, Sterling was a star. 595 catches for 8,134 yards and 65 touchdowns. Sadly, he suffered a severe neck injury and the 5-time All-Pro wasn't able to get back in the game. Hey, how awesome would it have been if he and his brother faced off against each other in Super Bowl 32, when Shannon's Broncos defeated Sterling's former team, the Packers. Number 8. Kobe Bryant's torn Achilles tendon. In the 2012-2013 season, the 34-year-old Bryant knew his window of opportunity was closing to add a 6th NBA championship. With the Lakers fighting to make the playoffs, Bryant tore his Achilles tendon late in the season. Little did he know the Lakers would never recover. They were swept in the first round without him. Kobe never saw the playoffs again. Number 7. Maurice Stokes' head injury. The 3-time NBA All-Star led the league in rebounding in 1957 and averaged 16.4 points a game and 17.3 rebounds a game during 4 years with the Rochester Cincinnati Royals franchise. Stokes was a rising star primed for dominance. Sadly, on the final day of the 1957-1958 regular season, Stokes' head hit the ground hard. He'd suffer a seizure and was left permanently paralyzed, cutting a promising career short. Number 6. Eric Lindros' concussions. The top pick of the 1991 NHL entry draft was hyped to be the next Wayne Gretzky. Lindros was a 7-time All-Star who won the Hart Trophy in 1995. He posted 732 goals and 865 points in 760 games, but multiple concussions, thanks especially to an ugly open ice hit by Scott Stevens, prevented him from staying healthy. He never maximized his full potential that we all wanted to witness. Number 5. Terrell Davis's ACL. A two-time Super Bowl champion with the Broncos and three-time Pro Bowler, Davis had 7,607 career rushing yards and 60 touchdowns, making him one of the NFL's top running backs of the 90s. In 1999, Davis tore his ACL and missed most of the season. Another leg injury kept him out for most of 2000, and he'd retire the following year. Number 4. Bobby Orr's knee injury. If not for Gordie Howe or Gretzky, chances are Orr would be widely considered the best hockey player to ever live. The three-time Hart Trophy and two-time league scoring leader controlled the game during the 70s with the Boston Bruins. He had 5 100-point seasons and led the Bruins to a pair of Stanley Cup championships. Sadly, he dealt with multiple injuries and retired by 31. Number 3. Cam Neely's knee. The second Bruin to have his career ruined by a knee injury, Neely was hockey's ultimate power forward in the 90s. The three-time 50-goal scorer dealt with a bad knee injury, stemming from a bad hit by Ulf Samuelsson. The superstar had to call it quits at age 31, despite many attempts to make a comeback, and hockey hasn't seen a tough goal scorer like him since. Number 2. Peyton Manning's neck. Thankfully, this one has a happy story. Manning had to miss all of 2011 due to a neck injury which required 4 surgeries. His team, the Indianapolis Colts, fell apart and finished with 2-14, prompting them to take a once-in-a-generation QB, Andrew Luck. As such, the Colts released Manning, and he joined the Denver Broncos. They'd win 4 AFC West titles, 2 AFC championships, and Super Bowl 50. But we can only wonder how the league would have played out if he avoided the injury and finished his career in Indianapolis. And number 1, Joe Theismann's broken leg. The quarterback who won Super Bowl 17 with the Washington Redskins, Theismann was on to great things, with a bright, long future ahead of him. The two-time Pro Bowler and NFL MVP suffered a devastating career-ending broken leg injury after pass rush monster Lawrence Taylor and Harry Carson sacked him. He had to retire at age 36, and Washington could have surely won more titles with him at the helm. We'll only wonder what more he could have done. Which one of these athletes do you think could have had the best career if an injury didn't cost them? Join us in the comments below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton, and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports, though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.